Now, I'm going to separate introductions and integration, which I view as two slightly distinct things. Now, personally, I wait until the appetite and digestion of the foster has returned to normal to do introductions. This will take about 3 to 4 days. However, some people do introductions a little sooner for a myriad of reasons. Just please don't label a dog as antisocial if you did introductions a little sooner, and be willing to call it at the first sign of trouble. Remember, we don't want a bad experience to turn into a lifelong fear for that dog. Prior to introductions, make sure both dogs have exercised, choose a neutral open location, and please be watching body language throughout. We're going to watch a short video on how we recommend doing introductions. The first thing I'd like people to do is to simply parade the dogs by each other at a nice distance. I'd actually prefer more of a distance than what is shown in this video, but the dogs should just get a quick glimpse of each other from a distance that you can then gauge their reaction from that. If that goes well, then you can try parallel walking. Parallel walking, again, we want a nice distance and to allow the dogs to keep moving. That way they're not hyperfixating or anything like that. Again, remember to call it if it's going poorly. Next, if the dogs are doing well with that, you can put them a little closer together, which would lead well into follow the leader. The reason we really like follow the leader is it allows the dog to get a quick sniff of the other dog as they pass by. So a little sniff, sniff, and then move along. Now, just because introductions went well does not mean you want to bring the dogs right into the home together and expect them to just live together now. Introductions are slightly different than integration. Prior to integration, please clean up anything that could be a fight. This would be toys, food bowls, beds, and clothes crates. Early integration is often simply asking dogs to live together through something like a gate. On the left here, you can see where a visual block was needed. That's a blanket draped over a gate. And on the right, you can see where a double gate was needed. Now, I like to think of integration as layers. These are layers you peel back as the dogs show they are able to successfully handle the previous level. Now, there are context layers. So, a hard context might be cooking dinner in the kitchen, and an easy context might be a quiet morning in the living room. And there are also separation layers. Here are some visual examples of separation layers. As the dogs get more used to living together, we peel back these layers little at a time. There are certain contexts where a small suggestion of leaving the other dog alone is all you need for dogs who have now been introduced and living together for a couple days.